Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the run. I cannot unpause because we are being pursued by friendly hegemony investigators. Are we hostile to the... No, we're on good terms. Oh, this is going to be awkward because I don't really want to submit, to their inspections. Anyway, I guess we're just going to have to deal with this first and then move on to whatever I was up to a day or two ago. I assume we're returning home to resupply. What quests do we have floating around? Nothing that is time sensitive. And how is the colony looking? Oh, we're size 4. Oh, I remember where I was. Saving up enough money to get the military base upgrade. And honestly, we're going to queue that now. It's going to leave me a little low on finances, but that's okay. We're going to take the military base. Why upgrade the patrol HQ to a military base? Well, it's going to add more defensive fleets to our colony, which is kind of important because this is the only planet in system. But also in terms of Nexerelin, no, I'm in the combat now, I can't access the menu. But very briefly, in terms of Nexerelin and galactic conquest and that kind of thing, having more military bases under my control gives me the ability to call in, for a cost, larger invasion and defense fleets and stuff, which may be important depending on how far along we get into galactic politics. Now, what I don't like here is that the Luddic Church fleet and the Hegemony fleet decided to gang up. Both dropped in here, which is a real awkward, I must say. I do have 7 story points. I could back away. Let's see if we can do the dialogue without combat. Let's see here. Active operation to investigate use of forbidden AI technologies. You have no such authority. Attempting to invade a legitimate inspection. I don't think I had any AI cores in cargo. I'm tempted to do the fight. Tempted. I really shouldn't do the fight. Not when we could be over by our battle station for this. But I'd really also rather not have them, damage my fleet or take any of my items. I don't really remember what's in my cargo hold, so we're gonna burn the story point. We'll do it. We'll back away. One or the other fleets might pursue me, but if they do, we're going to be over our own planet now for benefits. So let's deposit all these guns and the metal, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to have a need for metal later, but who knows? Put it on ice. We might need it. Waste some of those Marines. Okay. And if these fleets are going to come at me, I'll just wait here for a minute. Yeah, hello there. Oh, a Draconis Alliance fleet. Okay. Does not appear to be certain of your identity. So this is new content for Draconis. I've never played their colony crises before. It's currently under development. So let's see what the dialogue is like. Hostile fleet be advised. We've already dispatched a distress signal to a nearby patrol. I see. They assume a neutral posture, so they're waiting for backup. Very well. We'll let them go. Oh, nope. Now they have decided to actually engage. Okay. Engaging my station with allies and me. Okay, I guess we're going to do this fight. Let us defend our own station from various parties that are trying to make things bad for me. Get both of my ships onto the field, get the carrier and the frigates out there. I haven't fought a Draconis fleet in quite a while, so doing this with the station backing me up is going to be a good thing. Oh my. Whatever just happened off break, all those little missiles there, that hound got annihilated. Look at that. What's going on here? Oh my. Okay, let's go. I'm not going to worry too much about the layout of my ships. We're just going to do 2 defend orders. We're going to take my ship down the left-hand lane for now. Come on, Infernium Drive, let's go, let's go. We have work to do. It's going to take us a minute to get in there. Hopefully those missiles are limited use and they're wasting them on hounds. That's my hope. How's the station holding? Pretty good. Pretty good so far. Alright, we are almost in range. Oh, don't ram the frigate. Hold on there. Get out of the way, little frigate. I don't want to destroy you on my way in. Our sacrificial little picket fleet has done well holding the line. See, this is why we need a military base, so we can have more ships on defense. Because we may have to do 3 back-to-back fights here if the Luddic Church and the Hegemony also decide that they want to play. And I do have pretty limited time to record this session, so I apologize in advance if it goes short, but better to have a short episode than none at all. Oh, there's those missiles. Okay, whatever they're shooting from that ship, those missiles are not very effective against shields. We blocked good. Station holding, carrier there, sister ship over there on the right, doing good. Okay, we have some deployment points. Let's go ahead and get the Elegy siege cruiser in. I think we're going to be fine. I think this fleet that they've sent is too small to properly challenge the station. Yeah, they're down to 4 ships. Maybe we'll get to salvage something cool. Okay, now they're down to 2 ships, so we're going to go on the offensive. I thought this would be tougher, scarier. I just don't have a lot of experience fighting this faction. Draconis, especially on their latest patch. I actually have no experience, so caution first. But yeah, and right there you saw how much hull damage he was taking. They tend to have very strong shields, but very relatively weak hull on most of their ships. Okay, we're going to try and run that last ship down. Most of the Valkyrian ships have Infernium drive or burn drive or etc., so it shouldn't be that hard. Yes, get in there. No survivors allowed. Very good. Because I actually want to salvage some of these if possible and throw them in storage. The only thing that drops is the elite battle carrier. We'll take it. I'm tempted to spend a story point on that Junie, but we'll just grab the battle carrier because it doesn't cost us anything. Immediately click on my own battle station. We're just going to auto-fit this thing with whatever, hit repair, throw it in storage. Got plenty of stuff in storage, which is good in case I need to beef up a defense fleet at some point, like while doing these bits of defense. Oh, they've engaged the station with their tiny little support ships. Okay, we're just gonna auto-resolve that just to get them gone. And can I engage? Oh, let me turn my transponder off. It probably won't matter. They've already spotted me, right? Bloody Church hostile, but maybe the hegemony doesn't know who I am yet. Still can't do the salvage scoop. Okay, let's get in on this Knights of Blood Protectors, air quotes, fleet, and see what we can do. They are in neutral. I guess the fleet that they were inspecting is not going to join us if we fight. Also, okay, it did pull the station in. I was about to say, where's my station? That's the whole reason we're here, is because we have a station to back us up. Let's get in. And again, we're going to do the same thing as last time. Make sure the carrier and our battleship and our twin neural-linked ship are on the field. We're going to start with 2 defend orders. I'm going to head over to the left-hand side. I'm so used to going left, basically, because I used to fly the Odyssey from vanilla a lot, and I preferred playing it on this side so that when I needed to retreat, because the guns are asymmetrical, I would be driving down and to the right. It doesn't really matter what side I'm on now. This is just what I'm familiar with. The thing with the Lytic Church is, as you can see, they engage much more slowly than Draconis did in the previous fight. So we're going to just hang out at our defense points and wait for them to come to us. Let the station do good work, harassing them with missiles and long-range fire. Whatever those little fast blue projectiles are, that's very interesting. I don't know what gun that is. I'm looking at it there on the Citadel module. Love to have that on my ship, given how nice that fire rate looks. Still lots of weapons in this selection of mods that I'm just not familiar with. Gotta collect them all. Alright, it's no surprise that our main guns just wreck these smaller ships. Ooh, there we go. Hello, Yoshura. Thank you for choosing to hang out on the left-hand side with me. Let's do what we do best and make cruisers sad. Oh, we have been targeted. That is the LiDAR array from the Invictus. We're going to back up. So we're going to take some pretty hefty pressure from him. Once his LiDAR array wears off, his range goes back to normal, we can active vent and then pull forward. As long as you have a friendly ship to kind of trade who's tanking the Invictus on approach, it's pretty straightforward to do this sort of thing and to take them down. We're going to put engage orders on all the non-Invictus ships, and I'm just going to try and get in range here with the Yoshura. Oh, okay, yep, they took a little hull damage, that's okay. Since our ships are wiping out the remainder of the fleet, we should be able to gang up on the Invictus properly and take him down. And if I can go toe-to-toe with him, that's ideal. I think I have the most % damage resistance of anyone that could be fielded. Okay, so he's firing, but only his Mark 9 on the right-hand side there can fire because his other guns have been disabled. That's the other thing about meeting the Invictus head-on is if you can disable those guns in those hard points, it doesn't matter how much LiDAR array he spams, and now he's just under focus fire. He is going to be fried. Throw those Reapers. Alright, and that's just tons of damage. Very good. Invictus down. And an Invictus would be a fine addition to the defense fleet, wouldn't it? And very handy to take along if we're going to go on the offense and crack enemy stations. Although I have a sneaking suspicion that if we took that Yoshura and got rid of the D-mods, it would do pretty well at that role. Let's go ahead and consider recovery. Hey, the Invictus is recoverable. Happy days. We're going to take it because why not? We're not going to use it in the fleet. We're just going to throw it into the ship storage for later. As before, we're going to auto-fit it, whatever's on hand. Can't really repair it. We don't have the crew on hand, and I'm not about to spend money on that right now. All right, and just throw all of our spoils of war into storage to sort out later. Let's get repaired. Make sure that we have enough crew on hand to do the next fight. So there's the other Draconis fleet. Remember they said they sent out a beacon, and there they are. I guess this is station defense day, man. Let's go. Let's do it. How is our threat meter looking? We still have the pirate fleet that's going to show up here in about 2 months. We're advancing by 25 points. Or wait, is it 25 points a day? I think it's per day or per month? Pretty sure it's, yeah, predicted monthly progress. I really should know this stuff. Sorry, I'm not super here today. Okay, open a comm link, transponder recognized, we have no quarrel with you, state your purpose. And yet, okay, attempting to disengage, we'll let them go. Are they backing off? That's very interesting. Can I salvage yet? Okay, I can finally do the salvage scoops on the fleet we just destroyed. So I'm not really sure what Draconis is up to in here. Engaging station. Okay. So again, they kind of gave me like a warning or like a free pass of like, hey, we have no quarrel with you, and then they turn around and attack. Intended behavior or not, I'm really digging it. This fleet is small enough that we could auto-resolve them, given how easily we chewed through them last time. Again, they only have 2 cruisers in the capital there. I guess we'll take the auto-resolve. Like, if the game thinks this is going to be too easy, then sure. And we're right on top of our home station. We're just going to send everyone into the auto-resolve. Consider recovery. Don't really need more ships to throw in storage. We are on Iron Man. We might as well take them. Who knows how many backup fleets we're going to need as this goes on. I would kind of like to have that capital ship. Oh no, they're flying away too quickly. That's alright. Let's just auto-fit and then throw into storage these 2 Draconis ships. So super good value doing this defense here. We've almost actually completely refueled our fuel tanks. We came in with like 1/3 fuel. Defending your colony like this, although it can be kind of a slog to get into these back-to-back fights, very profitable, very good for getting ships. But I think the pressure is finally off. So let's actually purchase fuel and maybe 600 or so supplies. Great thing here is they're going to charge us at the end of the month for those instead of immediately. Are there any missions at the bar on my own planet that we could do? Arms dealer, code deals, okay. There is always the rakish woman, the secret package delivery mission. We'll take that, even if I don't do it. You know, negative rep with pirates, not a big deal. So, got a little bit of time left. I want to fly over toward Enigma, toward the Valkyrian homeworld, and see if maybe we can get a better mission, a proper, you know, scaled kind of bounty mission that I could do that would be more profitable. So now that we're size 4, we're still going positive even with hazard pay, which is great. Because we're at 10 stability, we can actually turn on Freeport, which does come with a stability penalty of -1, but because we're so well built up here, it's not going to matter, especially once the battle station and the military base are finished upgrading. So we're going to sit at stability 10, we're going to grow the colony as rapidly as possible, 7% per month, because the faster we grow, the faster we're going to be able to tackle whatever colony crises may trigger. We currently have Pirate, Luddic Church, Hegemony, and Draconis that could happen. Although right now it looks like we're definitely on the Pirate path for our first crises. Now we could go to the Pirates and negotiate, but why negotiate when we could just beat them in an honorable field battle, you know, while hiding behind our massive defensive battle station, of course. I bought it with money, therefore it is honorable to use. It was earned, right? Ignore all of the ships that I have salvaged honorably through the course of this game. That's also all totally fair. It's pirate logic. It's fair because no one could stop me. Alright, here we are at Enigma. What do we got? First thing we're going to do is, of course, fill up our fuel tanks. There's thankfully not a fuel deficit going on. Grab ourselves some more supplies. Don't really have enough money to see about things for sale unless there's a ship deal like this. We don't need an eclair. Cancel that. It's good to have 3 contacts on a planet. Let's check each of them for jobs. There's no bounties on the first 2 that we could do. Here we go, bounty docket from this contact. What do you got? An elite mercenary for over $500,000. So elite mercenary fleets, everything in the fleet is going to have a high-level captain and S-mods. This would be a really interesting challenge because there are only 11 combat ships. I'm staring at it like, should I? Oh man, I normally avoid elite mercenary bounties. They're a good way to get fleet wiped. What's the other thing on offer? The other thing on offer is just a $250,000 big chunkin' pirate battle. But that's a maximally sized pirate fleet. That would be fun too. Man, and this one would be relatively safe to do. I'm gonna flip a coin. Give me a minute. Dig into my change jar. Heads, we go for the elite mercenary. Tails, we go for pirates. Coin is flipping. Oop, nope, I dropped the coin. That's not a flip, that's a drop. Alright, that coin is lost to space and time. New coin. Flipping. Heads, elite mercenary. Up, and it's heads. Okay, we're taking the elite mercenary. I'm gonna be brave, except I haven't fought an elite mercenary bounty even in the vanilla game for months, so this will be interesting. Before we go, we're gonna make sure that we have S-modded our ships as much as we can. That is the plan. Don't quite have enough EXP on the Elegy to give it a second S-mod. We're not S-modding the Nebula. Don't have quite enough EXP for another mod on the Fluffy. What about my main ship? Exorbitant. Right, 72,000 EXP required. It's going to be a long time till we hit the 6th S-mod on that one. How about this guy? We could go up an S-mod slot, but it would eat the entire amount of EXP we have in storage, so we wouldn't be able to then actually add another mod. So we are as advanced as we can get. We could fill out the fleet, maybe, with a few small ships if there's anything around. Get some junk to distract the enemy. Pirate Monitor is a good choice. Kites and Hounds are fine. Take a Vigilance. And yeah, that's really it. If I were super rich, we might take those Moras, but don't really have the cash on hand. But that all being said, I think I know what the title of this episode is. This is Elite Mercenary Hunting. Let's go. Any info on where they're at? Nope, just in the star system. Alright. Another scan by one of our friendly officers. Thanks, officer. Let me out of here. I have work to do. Onward. Alright, we are on top of the target system. There is a hazard mining patrol in here. Hold on, are we hostile? No, we're cooperative with them, so it's fine to turn on the transponder. Let's get in here and look for our bounty. Oh, never mind, they're right there. They're right there. They're closing. That's them. That is a lot of mining pods. Holy heck. It seems they are pursuing. Yep, pursuing my fleet. Okay. What I wanted to do is see if I could kite them down toward... No, I was going to try and kite them down toward those little hazard mining bubbles. Alright, how bad is it? 25% difficulty? In terms of raw percent, that's not the hardest thing we've done. However, this is probably going to be the hardest thing we're going to do. They basically have 10 ships, plus the Prometheus and the Revenant for logistics. All of them have officers. Okay, let's sweat a little. We're going to start out by deploying my 2 ships that are neural linked, and we're going to deploy all of the trash ships that we purchased, because they are fodder, specifically for this. And I think we're going to throw out the Elegy and the Fluffy first, because I didn't look to see what auto fit that Pegasus was on. If it's on the strike fit, then some ships are going to have to be sacrificed, basically. We are going to try and hold just this center here, put the Fluffy in the middle for support. We're going to pin one of the pirate monitors each to my ships and see how we do. Okay, that's 70 more deployment points. Let's get our capital ship and an Eradicator on the field. I'm going to kind of set the Eradicator and the Yoshura up in front here. The Kite and the Centurion on the sides. Okay, and I think for now I'm going to pin my sister ship, my twin Neuralink ship there to one of those waypoints just so I don't lose track of him. And we're going to fly over to the right here and kind of join the formation until I know kind of how this looks. Again, I'm pretty confident in one-on-one against any of these ships. Like, this Griffin is super out of position. We're going to try and rush him down with Sabos and stuff, and Reapers, just because he's made tactical errors by getting out in front, and we're going to punish that. Okay, that Dart we're not going to worry about. He's too small to be super threatening. Most of their ships are on the left. They've captured that point. I see their fighters on the edge of fog of war. Our ships are overextending, chasing the Dart, which is fine. Okay, there's one Pegasus. It is on the strike fit. So on the strike fit, it looks like he has 2 Dragonfire pods and 2 Cyclone Reaper launchers. So tons of burst. What I like to do against strike fit Pegasi is let my ships bait out the missiles. Okay, and the one on the left here is balanced fit, so it doesn't have near as much burst damage. 2 Squalls, Cyclone, and Dragonfire. Oh, but the Paragon backup. And that Paragon has, I think, a large Tesla cannon or something on it. It has some kind of modded gun. We're just going to back up and play it safe, play it cautious, bait out as many missiles as possible. The number of ships we have is kind of our advantage here. They're playing with way too many capitals, whereas we are going to outnumber them fairly soon here. Okay, coming in on the Pegasus. Yoshura and Paragon dueling, which is probably not a good match for the Yoshura. And there's, Pigeon. I haven't seen Pigeon in a while. Pigeon is from Yunru's mods, and it is a massive midline capital ship. 4 Trident. Oh, those were not mining pods that I was staring at in the pre-combat. That's all bombers. That's really scary. Okay, let's back up. Ouch, the beams. The beams. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying, honestly. I think we're still going to pull through, but that's a lot of ship and a lot of pressure. We're going to break orders and tell everyone to... Actually, you know what? Because of how the numbers are, we're going to spread out. We're going to try and engage this Pegasus first. The Pigeon would be good to chase down, but not when it's being flanked by Paragon and Pegasus. We're going to try and go one ship at a time here. We're going to go back in on this Pegasus since it's fluxed out. Just Infernium drive right up to it. Do what we normally do. Throw Sabos. Oh, I threw the Sabos at the wrong ship. They hit the Manticore. That's okay. Wait, why do I have no Reapers? Reapers 0. Why do I have no Reapers in the tubes? Did I not take expanded missile racks? I'm a fool. I thought I had more. And Paragon on us. They killed the Yoshura. Okay. We should be able to evade the Paragon. Let's just turn and burn away from him. The Manticore has presented itself, so we're going to crush it just with the guns. Crush it, drive it back. Come on, finish him. Move my escort up to a heavy-sized escort. Burn away again, away from the Pegasus. Okay, we've deployed all our combat ships. Maybe I did fire the Reapers. I think I, blinked when they fired. We just are out. I shouldn't be surprised that we're out. Okay, but with 2 ships pressuring 1 ship, we should be able to do this. I'm just going to burn in a little bit on him, like that. Throw the Sabos. should be under shield cover for most of their firing time. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Kill order on Pegasus, please. Let's get him. Okay, he's down. Now I note the Paragon. The Paragon is fluxed out. I have no command points. Okay, I can't put an attack order on it. But he's fluxed out. He's almost dead. So I'm just going to burn drive toward him. I honestly didn't expect our ships to be able to do the Paragon without me, especially with my capital ship, the Yoshura, being down. But I will capitalize on this. Let's get in and just finish him. Okay, smooth and easy, smooth and easy. Okay, give me that command point so I can pick another capital ship to focus. But yeah, the main weakness of the enemy fleet here is they just deployed way too many capitals. Not a good balance when we have kind of a cruiser-heavy setup, and the Pigeon is in front of the Pegasus. That's real unfortunate. As a dedicated carrier, the Pigeon is not very good at taking hits, and we are very good at doing damage. Pigeon cracked. Okay, so at the start of this fight, uncertainty, real uncertainty, but now that I'm like halfway through it, we're gonna be just fine. We didn't catch a really bad burst from Strikefit Pegasus or anything. It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna throw Sabos. We should have, yeah, we have a command point. I'm going to put an eliminate order on the Pegasus, send our ships at it. Okay, didn't have to block any of those Reapers with the shield. We're just going to close in on him. Perfect. Oh, Dragonfires from beyond the grave. Okay, only one got through. So honestly, kind of anticlimactic. Last ship up is the Ptero. Ptero, P-T-E-R-O, has a missile autoforge and a lot of missiles, generally. I've gotten good value out of them playing with one in my fleet, but here, as the last man standing, he's not got a lot of options. He's just going to get shot. So, a few more ships left that we could run down. I think we will, because I'm basically out of time. I'm going to put an eliminate order on that Ventura, and we're going to go run him down. We're going to swap over Neuralink style to the other ship, because it's closer, which will refresh the ship system cooldown, and we can actually get another burn drive. When I Neuralinked into it, it was Infernium driving forward, and now its cooldown has been refreshed, and we can go again. We do have plenty of Sabos left in the tubes. We're just going to throw all those. The main thing about the Ventura here is he's very tanky, and he brings a lot of mining pots to the field. He's a very funny little ship, also from Yunru's civilian utilities and navigation submod. And he's dead. Okay, good stuff. Now the real question is, what can I salvage? Because we took down a lot of good ships there. Dang it. All the good stuff is behind story points, which is totally fair, honestly. We're going to take that Griffin because it has 3 S-mods. We're going to take that Paragon. Honestly, we're going to take all of this because they all have S-mods. I don't know. Am I really going to ever use all of it? Let's be conservative. Let's just take the Paragon because it does have 3 S-mods, and that's stuff that I don't have to earn, that it will just have. Alright, and in the second loot scoop, we're going to take, honestly, just both of these, just to throw them in storage. They may yet become useful. Okay, I'm going to mothball all of the ships that we grabbed. I'm going to go ahead and scuttle some of the smaller ships since we lost too much crew that fight from the Yoshura going down. We're going to go over to this friendly hazard mining world, get repaired, sell off the metal. I'm just going to buy all their fuel and supplies and their crew. And honestly, that is all I have time for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry that it's a short one. Hope you enjoyed the fights, because that's really all that I got done other than building the military base. But strangely, we did earn 600k off that bounty. We've gone financially positive this episode. The colony is growing nicely, and we do have our very first little baby colony event incoming within 30 in-game days. So that's all going to be very fun for the next one. So, if you liked the episode, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Love hearing from you guys in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye for now, friends.